Jai Shri Mataji. A very good morning to everyone. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and give ourselves a bandhan. Let us recite Shri Ganesh Mantra.
Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri
Let us now listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
It was very nice to come to Reading again and to meet very nice people like your mayor and another nice person who was interviewing me at the radio station. I am discovering new talents in this place, which is really historically very important. But in the history of spirituality, England as a whole has to play a very, very important role, which perhaps English people don't realize. William Blake has said that England has to become Jerusalem. It has to become a holy land, and you all have to become holy people. He is not a liar, he won't tell you a lie. People can say that he was a visionary and he visualized things beyond his foresight. That's not a fact. Because about Sahaja Yoga he has written very vividly, clearly, as to where I'll be staying since my arrival in England, where our ashram is going to be. It's so beautifully done that I feel this land has something special about it to produce or to create such great poets, such great seers. India, of course, is a country of yoga, no doubt. But there also, we had a great poet about the same time as Blake, maybe a little earlier, Ganeshwara. he did write about Kundalini. He also described the times of Sahaja Yoga by saying that at that time, the people who are in darkness, the people who are blind, will see light. He has also gone further to say that those people who will receive light will be able to enlighten other people. But William Blake has very clearly said that men of God will become prophets, and these prophets will have powers to make others prophets. And this is the test that you should put to everything. How I become a prophet? I mean, it's all right, there are many people who are around, who are selling their things. I don't know what they are doing to attract more people. Like the mayor asked me that as your work is so fantastic, you must be receiving thousands of people. I said, no, I don't. Sometimes I receive 5 or sometimes 10. He was amazed. He said, how can that be? I said, it's true. I receive very few people to come to my program. And if they come and stick on for a while, they get realization, all right. But there are very few who come. He was quite amazed. He said, really? But I am surprised. You don't charge any money. There's no membership. I mean, it really shows that it's something divine. And still, how is it few people come to you? I said, I will ask the same question to you because I don't understand human beings. You better answer me that why so few people come and take advantage of this Sahaja Yoga, which gives you the power that is lying within you, which gives you what you have already existing within you, which is your own. It's your own property. Still they don't come, even if you tell them freely you are going to be given all your bank balances. Please come, but they don't come. So I said, instead of asking me this question, for the first time let me ask you this question, I can't understand. But in Indian villages is a different thing, where the people come in thousands. One of the reasons may be that people do not know much about Kundalini, they are naive about that, and they do not know what it means by the word self-realization. What it means, what is a self, and what should it happen to us. Perhaps that may be the reason, one of a sort of ignorance about it. But despite all that, this word self-realization has been used since long by many marketeers, and nobody has been able to give it. Now, if somebody says, yes, it can happen to you, just can happen, I think there should be real interest. But still I cannot explain why. Why is it that few people come and those who come also do not stick on? They have no patience. But with other gurus, he asked me, I said, no, there are many go. Thousands and thousands. There's one fellow whom the British people have given 58 Rolls Royce. And then they gave him a 59th one because he wouldn't come without getting a Rolls Royce from them. So they starved themselves for 1 year and gave him the 59th Rolls Royce. And how many people must have done it? 50,000 people collected that money to give it to this fellow to come down here. Already, now he has 59th, I think he must be waiting for the 60th. Now I won't be surprised that they will be again collecting money for him. One must understand that you cannot pay for God. You cannot buy God by giving him Rolls Royce. He doesn't understand Rolls Royce. He doesn't understand money. He doesn't understand bank. He doesn't know the mint. He doesn't know that you are having a new system of this paper money. He is not aware of these things. But somehow we are so much used to these mundane things, regular things, that we personally, all of us feel that if it is going to be God, he has to be just like us. There should be an organization, there should be a chairman, there should be a vice chairman, there has to be a secretary, and all this organization must be there, and there only if we go, then it's all right. then we are safe, we are secure, because we are used to it. But God's laws and God's domain is very different from what we understand. We have never felt His love. We have been always working all our organizations because we were insecure about something. Every institution is for some kind of an insecurity. Because we are insecure, we think something is going to fall upon us, something horrible is going to happen. That's how we form a thing. Otherwise, our children may be spoiled, or our old people may die, or something may happen. We form an organization. This is not believing in God. Secondly, we form also organizations because we hate. But we have never seen the power of love, which is the most beautiful, blissful, and smoothly working, like a flower becoming a fruit. Have you ever seen a flower becoming fruit? Nobody has seen it. How slowly it becomes. Have you ever seen a bud opening into a flower? You have to put a slow motion camera to catch that slow movement. All that is done by this great power of God, this divine power, which is called as Brahma in Sanskrit language. And to know that Brahma is the idea behind self-realization. It is all pervading, it is working everywhere, but we cannot feel it, and we have to feel that. And how to feel it? How to know that? The only way is to get yourself connected with yourself, which connects you to that all-pervading power, and it starts flowing through you. If you learn the ways and methods, you can maneuver it, you can use it, and you can give it to others also. It's a very simple thing, like putting a connection. Like you come in the room, if you have to put on the lights, you have to just switch on. It's like that. It's very simple. But when you switch on the light, you must know that there's a very huge organization behind this little switch. In the same way, behind all this, there's a very great organization of God Almighty, which we have not known. We have just heard about God. There is God, and let's pray to God, all that. But where is He? What is He? And what are we? We have never known that. So first time you get connected with His power. Now about spirit. In English language, spirit is used for so many things. They will use it for a dead body, it's a spirit. They'll use it for also spirits, alcohols. Spirit for Atma. But where I am talking, now it is about the Atma, the spirit, which is the reflection of God Almighty within us, which is the witness, which watches every moment, every action of ours. And it stays there till it enjoys. To understand the spirit, we have to know its nature. What is the nature of the spirit is, and then when we get enlightenment, what happens to us. Now here you have seen three powers as they have shown you. The first power is on the right hand side, is the power of action, and the first one is the power of desire, which is on the left hand side. The second one is the power of action, and in the center is the power of what we call the sustenance, which gives you our evolution. So we have three powers. All these three powers act within us. For example, the first power of desire. The first power of desire within us acts in such a manner that we start desiring for things. Actually, the whole universe is created. Out of the universe, this beautiful thing like human being is created. And this power that has created this special thing called human being is the residual power that resides in the triangular bone for the ultimate desire to be one with the divine. But it has not yet manifested. So that's why it is called as a residual power. It has not yet manifested because we have not yet become one with the divine. So that power is still sleeping within us. That's why they call it a sleeping Kundalini. But that desire is within us, and that drives us to all kinds of seeking. We make mistakes, we do all kinds of wrong choices, doesn't matter. Everything can be forgiven. But she resides in the triangular bone, waiting for a chance when she could be awakened by somebody who has the authority to awaken. As he told you just now, that it's an actualization. You cannot just go to a church and somebody puts a hand on your head and he says, all right, I have baptized you. This is only just a false certificate. You know that. It's a false certificate. But when this power is manifested, that when you become one with the divine, when yoga, the union takes place, then only we can say that Kundalini has manifested itself. Means your desire to be one with the divine has been manifested. So now there are 4 powers I have told you about. One is the power of desire, with which we desire other things. Like we may desire to have a chair. So what we do, if there is some steel which is dead, we make another dead stuff like called a chair which is of steel, another dead. We sit on it, we start becoming habituated with this. Means a part of us is dead. Because we can't sit without a chair. The chair sits on our head. People carry chairs with them because they just can't sit without the chairs. Like that, the matter starts fighting your spirit and starts giving you habits. The another thing of matter is that it never gives you joy. For example, you want to have a table, all right, then you want to have a chair, then you want to have a car, then you want to have a helicopter, and never happy. So wants in general are never satiable, is the principle of economics. Why? Because matter cannot give you satisfaction. That's why it just plays with you. You like one thing, you jump to it. You like another thing, you jump to another one. Now this matter within us is created by the right side. That is the power that comes to us from 5 elements. And these 5 elements, when they are not enlightened, do not give joy. They are within us. We use them. We think by, supposing somebody thinks that if I go to race and if I win a big amount of money, I'll be happy. But you go and see the person after 6 months, you'll find that he's the most unhappy person ever known. Because money is a headache, house is a headache, anything that you own is a headache. It is better that others should own it and you should enjoy. That's a better way of looking at things. But we think that possession is something that we can really enjoy, which is not true, because we are not going to take anything with us. Now, when these 5 elements act upon us, what happens to us? What do we develop? We develop in the subtle way the attention. Say there is something, a matter here, my attention can be drawn to it. If there is something material, my attention can be drawn to it. But supposing something is in the ether, I cannot see. Something that is not material, I cannot see it. So the attention cannot be drawn. That's how our attention is created, by these 5 elements within ourselves. Now this attention that we have, naturally because it is created by the material things, in the sense that it is created by the causal of these elements, our attention goes to material things, natural, because it is created by that, isn't it? Our attention is outside. If I say, put your attention inside, how can you? I mean, there's no way of putting it inside. It's an impossible situation. Because anything that happens outside, our attention goes there. Something material, something substantial we see, and then our attention goes to that. But how can you put your attention inside? Because we are lost. We don't know where to go, how to find it, how to put your attention in. So this attention is within us. And when the Kundalini rises, then the attention is drawn in because of the happening. That's why a happening is necessary. Supposing suddenly you are listening to me and something falls down, your attention will go to it. That's why a happening takes place, that this Kundalini rises and she attracts the attention inside. But actually when she touches the spirit, what happens to the attention itself? The attention becomes enlightened. Now what is that? Attention becomes enlightened means what? Means that this attention has a light. Now supposing you have an attention which has a light, what should happen? That you look at anyone, you should be able to know that person in and out. That should be the first thing, isn't it? If your attention has the light, you should be able to see through that person, just like an X-ray, you should know where the problem is. Then, if your attention is enlightened, you should be able to help that person also with your attention. By paying enlightenment means it's the enlightenment by the divine power of love. So, if you pay attention to somebody, that love must act. Otherwise, it is just like any other attention. If you pay attention to this, nothing happens. You pay attention to that, nothing happens. You pay attention to anyone, nothing happens. But when you are enlightened, then your attention is enlightened. And you will find after Sahaja Yoga, if you pay attention to someone, you can cure that person. If you have reached a certain stage of, maturity in Sahaja Yoga. Like there was one of the first Sahaja Yogis in England who got his realization, who is here, I think. He was little doubtful, and he said, "Mother, you said our attention gets enlightened. How are we to know about other people?" I said, "Very easy. About whom do you want to know?" He said, "I want to know about my father." I said, "All right, his father was in Scotland. You put your hands and think of your father. Just think." He started burning here. Now these are the centers for your father, these are the centers for your mother. And this started burning. Now this finger denotes this center. So I told him he must be down with very bad bronchitis. He said, "How can there be telecommunication?" This is enlightenment into new world of telecommunication. I said, "All right, you ring up your father." He rang up his father. The father never came to the phone. And his mother said, your father is down with very bad bronchitis. Now sitting down here, you can give cure to that. Now it's not a cock and bull story, I must tell you. It is so fantastic that people can't believe it. But you can. But you have to have certain maturity to do that. If your light is little hazy, then it doesn't work out. I mean, you can cure people. Sitting down here, sitting down in London, I should say, most humbly, I can cure people. I have done it. And some other people have done it also. So what happens is that the attention which goes there, now for example, now our attention is dead in a way. It goes there, what happens? Only thoughts start coming to us. On the contrary, this is more dominating than ourselves. Because as soon as you look at something, some thought starts coming. I mean, you can't look at anything without some thoughts coming into your head. I mean, imagine the domination of the matter on us, that everything gives us thought. While when you look at a thing, when you are a realized soul, then this attention acts. If it is a living thing, you can see the action working on it. But if it is dead, then what happens? Then you become thoughtless. Say, you see a beautiful painting. See a beautiful painting. Now there is no thought in your mind. So all the creation of that painting just starts pouring in you as joy. You feel that joy just pouring into you. Because there is no thought in between. Otherwise, normally we'll think, who has painted this picture, who has done this, how much they must have paid. That's first thing. First question would be how much money it must have cost. The second would be who is the artist. All these questions actually paralyze the beauty, the art, the creation of that picture. Like a wave-free surface of some lake, you can see the complete image, the reflection of the surroundings of that lake. The complete creation, the complete joy comes to us. In the same way, you become absolutely thoughtless. You see something and you become absolutely thoughtless. Because the joy is so complete that you just get stunned and the whole thing starts pouring into you like showers of joy. It's an experience which you cannot have before realization. It's only possible after realization that you can enjoy your attention. And it's such a joker. Your attention plays tricks and tells you so many things about other people. Like I was coming and I said, now let's see this gentleman, I have to meet him. Let me see his vibrations. I said, now, his vibrations, this is catching. Alright, what does that mean? Problem with his wife. Either he has no wife, or if he has a wife, it's a wrong relationship, or maybe there's a problem with the wife. This is wife's. And we discovered it was so. But because I knew about it, I didn't touch that point. If you say that, you will have it. Better not say that point. You know already about the gentleman, what sort of a problem he has. So better not touch that point and gradually try to remove it. Like that, it is so easy after realization to know about others. Like a gentleman came to see me. He was an Indian and he knew that a person who is a seeker is not supposed to drink when you come at least to a holy person. But he gave up his drinking. For about 8 days he didn't drink. He had a bath, everything, and a nice mouthwash with everything, and he came and saw me. And I said, you have to give up your alcohol completely. He said, Mother, how do you know this? I said, I know, because of the centers that are catching in him are only possible if you are a drunkard. And I said, you have been a drunkard, and that's why it has been there. He agreed that I was, but 8 days back I gave it up. I said, 8 days makes no difference. I know that you have been a drunkard, and you'll have to give up that gradually. He said, I will, Mother, I promise you. But this really surprised him. How did I know about it? So much so that once a lady came to see me, and I found that her right hand here was completely charred. And this was all catching. So I asked her, what is your relationship with your father? Especially this finger. Oh, she said, what has to do with it? Normally, girls in India are very attached to their fathers, and it's a very good relationship. I said, there must be something wrong, otherwise you can't get such horrible feelings about it. He said, how do you know, Mother? I said, I know, you better tell me. Oh, it's all right, we have a good relationship, nothing wrong, this, that. I said, really? She said, yes, we have it's perfectly all right. And she went away. I was wondering, I knew she was telling me lies. Just after that, her mother came in, and her father. They said, oh, that was our daughter who had come to see you. I said, really? He said, do you know, this girl has filed a suit against me, my father. Really? Yes. And on wrong basis, under the advice of a very wrong person. Her husband is abroad and some wrong person has put ideas into her head and she has filed a suit against me. Oh, I said, see, that's what happened. So the attention gives you all the information when it is enlightened. It corrects the problems, and of all the things it warns you. It warns you beforehand. For a Sahajogi, supposing a Sahajogi is misled, he loses the way, then it is accepted that we have to go that way. There's something we have to do. And just he goes that way and he finds the thing which he has lost for a long time, or he meets a friend whom he has to meet, or some address that he gets it. We don't mind getting lost or anything, because you find that this was necessary to go that way to find something. It's so interesting and so interwoven, and sometimes you start understanding after some time that there are angels who are looking after you. Definitely there are angels who are guiding us. Every moment they are there and taking our attention to things which are important. Because of spirit's quality to be collectively conscious, our attention itself becomes collectively conscious.
Let us now recite the three great mantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Thank you, Shrimataji, for blessing us with this beautiful morning meditation. Let us all bow down to Shrimataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and give ourselves a bandhan. We will continue with our morning meditation tomorrow morning, same time. Jai Shri Mataji.